After exploring all the shaders, I'm pretty sure you made a material you're proud of and maybe you want to send it to someone. But as I said earlier, it's better to organize it first so it's not confusing for someone else. We'll use the example from the previous lesson. Our goal here is to focus on the parameters that somebody else can change. So for us, it will be focal length and camera allocation and rotation. Our help here will be a group that combines a set of nodes to a single one, allowing us to expose parameters we want to change. To create a group, first we need to think what should be included in this group. In our case, we'll select all the nodes except the material output and press Ctrl G. And now we're in the group view. We can go out of this view by pressing Tab, and now you can see that all the nodes except the material output are collapsed into one node. Let's go back by pressing Tab, and the first value we'll allow the user to change will be the focal length. On the left, there is a node called Group Input, and it will allow us to expose the parameters to the user. I will drag the link from the group input to Z value of the combined XYZ node. Automatically, it's called Z, so I will press N to get to the properties on the right. And in the Group tab, in the Group Socket section, I will rename it to Focal Length, so anyone changing this value will know what they are changing. Below, we can change the default value, so let's change it to 1.7. We'll also set the minimum to 1.5 and maximum to 2.3. Now we can press Tab to get out of the group view, and we can see that the value we set a moment ago is not here because we need to reset it to the default value, and now we can use it to change the focal length. Now we can do the same with the UV center node, so I will connect another input to the reroute. In this case, we don't want anyone to change it, so I will change the name, default values to 0.5, and we'll quickly go out of the group node and reset the value. Now we can hide it, so let's go back to the group view and click Hide. Next, let's connect the group input to the rotation input of the vector rotate node. We can call it camera rotation. Note that the values we had in the vector rotation node were automatically converted to values in radians. We will set the minimum value to minus 6.28 radians, what is minus 360 degrees, and maximum to 6.28 radians, what is 360 degrees. Let's leave the group, and we see that our values are here, so everything works. Now we need to do something similar to our camera position value. So let's go back to the group view, and we see that we need 3 inputs to connect the group input to the combined XYZ, but we'll do it in a more elegant way. To make another vector input, just like in our camera rotation, I will add a separate XYZ node and connect it to the group input. Now we can rename it to position and type all the camera position values from the combined XYZ node. We don't really need to change the minimum and maximum camera location, as it can be placed anywhere. If the subtype is set to something else than none, we need to change it, because the rest of the values from the list describe different types of data like rotation or acceleration, and we just need a simple location. Now we just need to connect all the outputs from the separate XYZ node to the combined XYZ node. The last thing is to delete 2 value nodes. We don't need them anymore. Now we can go out of the group view and reset everything to the default values. I will quickly change the name of our cool node. And we're done. You can now change position of the camera and type the values to our CCTV camera node. I hope you will keep your shader nodes nice and tidy after this lesson. Now, after learning the basics, you can take a quiz about shader nodes.